Okay, welcome back to Big Head Small Cap Investing. Let me update you on where we are. We actually ended up getting two more trades done in Gigacloud, one at 650 and one at 625. And I have to say, looking back, these were emotional trades. I felt like the stock was running away from me. We had made some profit. I hadn't gotten crescendo, which has killed me. This thing is long since gone. I don't know if I'll ever see it at $3. And I wanted to invest some capital because the market was going up. And so I entered trades, I think, higher than I should have. It was like 675 when I 1675 when I entered these, but it dropped all the way to 15. Where is it now? It's like 1578, something like that. And so we've lost money on both of these. I'm not upset about it. It's still a fantastic company relative to the metrics I'm investing on. But if I'm being honest, these were emotional. I should have held my powder. I should have been a little bit slower, known that everything's not going to go perpetually up, and just been a little bit smarter about it. But I wasn't, and I did that. And so now we've got the positions. But let me show you what I also did yesterday. There was an error in my spreadsheet, and it wasn't an error, but the market caps were old. They were for the market caps from when I created the spreadsheet. And so I actually went and made these. Now these are dynamic calculations based on the price I put in. And that combined with my enterprise trailing 12-month growth rate made me realize something about some of the names I had invested in. I don't think they're the best names. Gigacloud is still by far my favorite. Gravity is fantastic. But this NIAX that we own, where is it? Is just not. I don't think it makes sense at all. Where is it? NIAX right here. It's in red. It's 7.7. Now it's got like really nice, consistent, solid, steady growth. So I can't complain too much. See here we are. It's like 60, 56, 52, 50. And then the growth margin line has grown as well. It's not profitable. But when you factor in the market share, the Israel war, and then the growth rate, which isn't off the charts, I really don't think I should have bought this name. So I'm probably going to look for a way to get out of it, and instead I'm going to focus on these two, and actually one that I canceled the trade on. I canceled the trade on this one. This is the one where it treats, we talked about that earlier, it treats the Lou Gehrig's disease. And they didn't have great growth quarter over quarter. So if you look at this, it went to 104 versus 98, and people were really upset about that. And that was because 40% of the people on the drug discontinued use of the drug in the United States versus 20% in Canada. But they're still only in Canada and the United States. They have yet to expand out into Europe. And it seems like the drug is relatively powerful, and the gross margins, the margins, the net income, of the last quarter was 24 million. So if I just multiply that by 4, I've got 100 million in profit off of a company that's got a enterprise value of only 600 million. And that seems very compelling to me. So I'm going to go and look at entering some trades for this guy. I'm going to stick with my current price of 70 for Gravity, though I am feeling very much like I might modify that, and I might just go ahead and get some Gravity shares now. So I'm not, so at least I have a position if it runs. Although it's not going to, it has such low volume. The market's been doing great. This thing hasn't moved at all. So I just don't think it will. I think it's a name that probably only moves in very jerky fashion. Let's go look at it. Uh, Very interesting. I want to see the chart on this thing. I bet you it's pretty stationary because that's certainly the way it's been trading recently. More charts. Yeah, I mean, it seems like there are times when it runs and drops, but it has been very stable. This is from wherever it was here, 60 to 70. That's just all market. The market is up 20% since then, so that's not unique to the name, but I like it. It's got crazy gross margins. It puts a ton of money on the balance sheet consistently quarter after quarter, and it's got a low enterprise value. So anyway, I might buy some in, buy buy some of it regardless of the price. But I'm not going to go crazy. We'll see how I feel about that one. So yeah, so I think I'm consolidating down to, and let me change the ratings here. I think at this point, what I'm really saying is that Gigacloud is that probably this one is probably also a 4 for me. Um, and no, what did I do? I just did the wrong one. I knew I did the wrong one. This one is probably a 4 for me. Not really making money yet, but it's got really great growth. And it will start making money just when it just keeps going forward. It doesn't even need to grow more, and it'll start making quite a lot of money. Um, and I think I'm going to remove the rest of the trades. I think I'm going to take off the trade I had on this one. I think I still would love to own Crescendo, but it's actually not wildly cheap on my new metric because it sells uh, a software as a service, which is not as high gross margins, but that is offset by the growth rate, which is truly tremendous. So I still want to look at it, but maybe I got to feel more comfortable about my price target and not get emotional there. 4-star group is running a little bit today, but I definitely don't want to chase it. It's got not great gross margins. I mean, it's reasonably expensive relative to its gross margins. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm falling out. I think I'm even probably going to get rid of my trade on Perion Networks because it's not that compelling. Oh, and let me address this one. This one looks good on all my metrics. But I'm just suspect on the product. It's meant to make your hair stronger and grow faster. And the women in my life, my daughter and my wife, say there's just a ton of crap out there in the market that does this kind of stuff, and it really doesn't end up working. It's as much of the placebo effect as anything else. People think it's working because they want it to work, but I don't think it really works that well. So I don't know. Maybe this is exception. I obviously don't know anything about the product, but I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to chase it, even though on my metrics it looks quite good. Yeah, so that's where we are for now. Nothing is really going on relative to our the dollar prices. We would want to go after these. Where are our targets? We had targets in here. Unhide. Target. Yeah. Most of these are well above the target, even the adjusted target we have for them. So, so yeah, there's not a heck of a lot for me to do. One thing I wanted to do on Gravity, since I'm so deep into Gravity, on Gigacloud, since I'm so deep into Gigacloud, is I want to find out more about it. I may even go visit it. I'm going to call it's basically a reseller, so I'm going to pretend to be a store and call them up and try to find out more about them as though I was a customer. Just do some more digging there, and I'll update you relative to what I find out. But yeah, that's it for now. So I'll let you go and let you know if anything exciting happens. Talk to you later.